Hey, what's up YouTube? This is my second video in which I'll be teaching you one fundamental technique. I'm going to be showing you it in the major scale, but this technique could be used across many other scales. Before I start, I know I haven't showed you my basses yet, but the one I'll be using for this video is my Aeolus Pro 2 5-string bass, black. Actually, yeah, black color. The way I usually play, I play on the highest register and I play very bright. I just like that kind of tone, you know, kind of more like. And this is exactly where I play my strings. I try to play it in between these pickups and this one, like so, right here, for that kind of like tight sound. I'll just get right into the fundamental technique that I want to show you guys, and hopefully you'll understand it. All right. So for this technique, I'll be showing you. I'll be doing it in the key of. I'll be using like one of the key that's really like kind of centered. So let me see. So yeah, I'll be using it. I'm gonna use a B for this lesson. All right. So let's get into it. Right. So as I said before, this fundamental technique or tip will be helping you play your scale, whether it's the major scale, the minor scale, or mixolydian or whatnot. It'll be helping you play whatever scale you're trying to use over the whole fretboard. As you all know, when you play a major scale, you're usually using a pretty common form to play it on a bass or even on the guitar, which is let's see, B. So am I right? So that's very common, you know. Anybody you ask to play major scale, they'll play it like this. Just because it's there, you know, it's all right here. So, and then there's a second form that you might be accustomed to, which is the playing the root, or I call it the first finger major scale. So nothing wrong with this one, but people like to keep it tight, so they usually play it with the middle finger. Middle finger formation for the major scale, but there's also the first finger. So right, so that's that. So this technique is for people who I wouldn't say people, but I'd say from my perspective as a bass player, I never thought of playing a major scale in this form, and using this form helped me to bridge the major scale throughout the whole fretboard, no matter what key I'm playing it, okay? So this form is what I call the fourth finger form. So yeah, that's the fourth finger formation for the major scale. And so now, as a beginner player or intermediate player, you now know that there's another way of playing the major scale. And to tie into what I was trying to tell you as a fundamental tip, how this helps you to play all over the fretboard, is now you could find a way to come back up from that isolated spot down here, once you hit that octave, and come back up to play at a higher octave. So for example, I'll show you an example of this. So it'd be boom, 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 boom. And then from here, I'd hit the fourth finger formation, riding back up. So from here, boom, 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 so boom, 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 so boom, 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 boom. Sorry, it took me a while to get it because it was kind of distracting. So I'll show you again on the B, first finger formation. So you see, I started here, and now ended up here. And now with that being said, I can now hit the same octave that I went back up from, and a second octave, so I could go boom, 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 boom. Oh, sorry. So like that. Okay. So now I've covered a total of 2 octaves in that playing, right? And you can keep going from here. You can just keep repeating that step. So you go boom, 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 boom. And now I'm right here again, and I can hit that octave again. So like that, right? So, and then the same kind of you use the same exact form in reverse to go higher up on the register, lower down on the register. So you're in B, right? So playing down, you go boom, boom, boom. So boom, 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 boom. And then from here, boom, boom. essentially, even though you know the second finger formation for the major scale, you could bridge all the way through the fretboard in the major scale using the first finger formation and the fourth finger formation. So I'll just do a quick run through that way, you understand it. So in B, right? So boom, boom, so boom, boom. Sorry, boom, boom, boom. That's how I ended up here. And it's a technique that I wouldn't say I don't use a lot. I'm still getting used to it. So of course I want to play fluently enough for you guys, but I'm learning as much as you are. So yeah, that's basically it. That's how you learn how to connect it, right? And as to how you could put this together with your other scales. Sorry, I was thinking of the word. How you put this up together with the other scales is basically, so let's say you're in the minor scale, right? Here's a little disclaimer. So as I said before, you connect them using the first finger formation and the fourth finger formation, right? That's for the major scale. For other scales, like for example, when I go to the minor scale, I don't know this yet because I've never tried it, but when I go to the minor scale, even though there might be 3 different formations for the minor scale, you need to see which 2 formations you can use that will connect them throughout the whole fretboard. Understood? So yeah, as I said before, B minor. So this is the B minor form. So yeah, B minor. First finger formation for the B minor scale. Sorry, I got lost. So yeah. Everybody knows that, right? Okay, so now there's 2 other formations that you can try, and then move on from there, right? So here's the second finger formation, as far as to my knowledge I could say. So yeah, that's the second finger. So boom, 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 boom. All right, and then there's the fourth finger formation. So which is go over that again for those who are not used to fourth finger formation. So minor scale, pinky on the 1, then your index and middle plays the 2 and 3, and then the fourth finger on the 4th, index and ring and middle plays the 5th and 6th, ring finger plays the 7th, and then index plays the 1 on the next string. Then go back up, ascending, descending. So descending. It's an easier fourth finger shape to play than the major scale one because you don't have the shift. So that's how you do that, right? And now that you know that, you try to implement the same kind of connecting thing that you did with the major scale, correct? It's all about where you're placing that finger when you hit that root note. So once you get to that root note, whether you're playing, once you get to the root note, so you're here, right? You get to that root note, and you got that pinky again. You can play that pinky. That pinky has you stuck right there because you can't really ascend going back up that same way. So you go back there. So right, and then just try to find that kind of. Build a norm for yourself when it comes to trying to change the scale, okay? So when I say build a norm, so you're coming from down here, right? Major scale, minor scale, coming from down here. Build a norm to when you hit that 1, you either go with the middle finger formation, second finger formation, or the first finger formation, and then from there ascend and build a norm to end with either the second or the fourth, mainly the fourth because that's how you will get back up. Oh wait, no, with the first. Okay, so and with the first finger, that way when you go back to descending, you could essentially go up using the fourth finger formation, and then just keep doing that on. So yeah, you see what I'm trying to say though, right? Just build that norm of what finger I'm gonna put on the one. That way I can continue this chain throughout the whole fretboard. I'm not used to really playing up here the high register, which is why my fingers kind of slipped. But as long as you get the understanding of what I'm trying to present to you, this fundamental tip, then you know you could make it your own and run with it. So yeah, I showed you the major scale. I gave you an example in the minor scale, and now I leave it up to you to figure out whether your favorite scales like the Mixolydian, the Lydian, the Aeolian scale or whatnot. Figure out how to chain the scale to the whole fretboard using what I just told you. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you know only two different formations for whatever scale you're trying to learn, always remember that you could always play that same scale in a fourth finger formation. And learning that fourth finger formation is what's going to help you to chain the scale throughout the whole fretboard. Okay. So yeah, that covers this lesson. And if you have any questions, let me know if I messed up or if I messed up anything on what I was teaching. Just hit me up with a comment or an inbox so I could address it in the next video, whether it be a basic technique or someone learning on the piano, on drums, So if you learned something today, please put a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thank you and have a nice day.